We stand at a moment in history where banking is no longer just a place to store money or write checks. It is transforming into a living, breathing ecosystem that responds to the way we live, work, and dream. The future of banking is not about transactions. It's about experiences, about building relationships with people in ways that were unimaginable just a decade ago. Technology is not a tool anymore, it is the bank itself. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data-driven insights are shifting the way we understand money. Banks will not just predict our financial needs. They will anticipate them before we even know them ourselves. The banking industry is entering a transformative era where digital technology and artificial intelligence are no longer optional tools. They are the very backbone of the modern financial ecosystem. In the past, banking was primarily transactional, focusing on deposits, withdrawals, and loans. Today, the landscape is evolving at an unprecedented pace, and the institutions that survive and thrive will be those that embrace the full potential of digital transformation. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are no longer futuristic concepts. They are actively reshaping how banks understand, interact with, and serve their customers. These technologies enable banks to move from reactive service models to predictive and proactive experiences. By analyzing vast amounts of data in real time, AI can anticipate a customer's needs, offer tailored financial solutions, and even prevent problems before they occur. This means that the bank of the future will act almost like a personal financial advisor, available 24/7, guiding users through complex financial decisions with precision and insight. One of the most powerful applications of AI in banking is predictive analytics. By examining patterns in spending, saving, and investing behavior, banks can provide personalized advice that helps individuals optimize their financial health. For example, AI can detect when a customer might be approaching overdraft, suggest adjustments to their budget, or highlight opportunities for investment that align with their goals. This level of insight goes far beyond traditional banking services. It transforms the relationship between the bank and the customer from a transactional interaction into a dynamic, ongoing partnership. Machine learning algorithms also enable banks to detect fraud in real time, recognizing unusual patterns of behavior and stopping potential security breaches before they can cause harm. This not only protects the institution but also builds trust with customers who feel confident that their money and data are safe. Digital transformation is not limited to AI. Cloud computing, blockchain, and mobile technology are converging to create an interconnected ecosystem that allows financial services to be faster, more reliable, and more accessible. Cloud platforms provide the scalability banks need to process millions of transactions simultaneously while ensuring uptime and security. Blockchain offers transparency and immutability, reducing friction in processes such as cross-border payments and settlement. Mobile banking, already a staple for millions, is evolving into an immersive experience where users can manage their entire financial lives from a single device. Together, these technologies eliminate inefficiencies, lower costs, and make banking more convenient for everyone. Another key aspect of this transformation is the ability to serve customers on a truly global scale. Digital platforms enable banks to reach people in previously underserved regions, providing access to financial products that were once out of reach. By combining AI with mobile technology, banks can offer microloans, personalized investment advice, and even insurance products to populations that traditional branches cannot physically reach. This democratization of financial services represents a significant shift in the industry, emphasizing inclusion and empowerment. Ultimately, the integration of AI and digital technology is redefining what it means to be a bank. It is no longer enough to offer accounts and loans. The bank of the future must anticipate needs and protect assets and create seamless, intelligent experiences that adapt to the lives of its customers. Institutions that embrace this shift will not only survive but will lead, shaping a future where banking is proactive, personalized, and profoundly human in its understanding of what people truly need. In the rapidly evolving world of banking, security and privacy are no longer merely technical requirements. They are the foundation of trust and the very currency of customer confidence. As financial services become increasingly digital, the threats to security have multiplied, and the stakes have never been higher. Cyber attacks, data breaches, and identity theft are no longer rare occurrences. They are constant challenges that demand a proactive, intelligent approach. The future of banking requires a paradigm shift. Security must move from being reactive to becoming predictive and preventative. Modern banks are now employing advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and behavioral biometrics to detect anomalies in real time. These tools allow financial institutions to identify suspicious activities even before they escalate, creating a dynamic shield that adapts to evolving threats. This transformation ensures that customers are not just protected, they are assured that their financial lives are being safeguarded intelligently and continuously. Privacy, too, has become a defining principle of modern banking. Today's customers are increasingly aware of how their data is used and are demanding transparency and control. Banks are recognizing that privacy is not just a regulatory obligation, it is a promise that underpins the relationship between the institution and the individual. To honor this promise, forward-thinking banks are implementing rigorous data governance frameworks, encrypting sensitive information, and providing customers with clear visibility into how their data is stored, shared, and applied. Advanced AI-driven systems can anonymize and protect data while still allowing banks to extract meaningful insights to improve services. The result is a delicate balance. Personalized, intelligent financial solutions delivered without compromising the fundamental right to privacy. In this sense, privacy becomes not a barrier to innovation, but a cornerstone of trust that enhances customer engagement. One of the most exciting developments in banking security is the use of behavioral biometrics. Unlike traditional passwords or two-factor authentication, behavioral biometrics analyze patterns such as typing rhythm, touchscreen gestures, and navigation behavior to identify legitimate users. This approach is almost invisible to the customer, creating a frictionless experience while simultaneously providing an extraordinarily robust layer of security. Coupled with AI-driven fraud detection systems, behavioral biometrics help banks move from reactive incident response to predictive defense, identifying and mitigating risks before they can impact customers. The integration of blockchain technology is also reshaping how security and privacy are maintained. By providing immutable, transparent records of transactions, blockchain reduces the risk of fraud and increases accountability. Cross-border payments, smart contracts, and digital identity management become more secure, faster, and more efficient. These innovations demonstrate that the future of banking security is not just about defending against threats. It is about creating systems that are inherently trustworthy by design. Ultimately, the focus on security and privacy is about more than technology, it is about confidence. Customers want to know that their financial lives are protected and that their personal information is respected. Banks that prioritize security and privacy, investing in intelligent systems and ethical practices, will earn loyalty and trust that transcends the traditional transactional relationship. In the future, banking will be defined not only by what services it offers, but by how effectively it safeguards the people it serves, creating a financial ecosystem that is both intelligent and secure, proactive and deeply trustworthy. Banking is no longer confined to physical branches or isolated digital portals. The future of banking is about creating a seamless, intuitive experience that integrates effortlessly into the rhythm of everyday life. Customers no longer think of financial management as a task separate from their daily activities. They expect it to be fluid, immediate, and intelligent. Mobile apps, wearable devices, and voice-activated platforms are just the beginning. The next generation of banking will anticipate needs, offer timely advice, and enable action without friction. Imagine a world where your bank understands not only your spending patterns, but also your financial aspirations, guiding you toward better decisions in real time. This level of service transforms banking from a transactional necessity into a deeply personalized experience, one that is both convenient and empowering. Central to this transformation is the use of data-driven insights to create hyper-personalized experiences. Every interaction a customer has with a financial institution provides information that can be used to improve the service. AI algorithms analyze these interactions to understand preferences, detect patterns, and predict future needs. For example, if a customer frequently travels internationally, their banking app could automatically suggest the best currency exchange rates, alert them to potential fees, or even recommend travel insurance. If a customer is saving for a major purchase, the system might offer automated savings plans or investment strategies tailored to their risk tolerance. This kind of proactive engagement turns banking into a partner in life's goals rather than a reactive service provider. The elimination of friction is equally important. Long queues, tedious paperwork, and complex procedures are relics of the past. In their place, intuitive interfaces, biometric authentication, and AI-driven chatbots create an environment where tasks that once took hours can now be accomplished in minutes, or even seconds. Transactions, loan applications, and financial advice can all be delivered instantly, with a user experience designed to feel effortless. Beyond speed and efficiency, this approach builds trust. Customers feel confident that the systems they rely on are not only capable, but also considerate of their time and needs. Integration across platforms will redefine convenience. Banking will be embedded directly into the ecosystems where people live, work, and play. Payment systems will be interconnected with retail apps, transportation services, and even healthcare platforms, allowing financial management to happen naturally within daily routines. This ecosystem approach ensures that banking is not an isolated task, but a seamless, almost invisible layer that enhances life rather than complicates it. Voice assistants, wearables, and smart home devices will all interact with banking services, enabling a holistic financial experience that is both adaptive and intelligent. Importantly, this seamless experience does not come at the cost of security or privacy. Intelligent systems will continue to protect customer information while delivering proactive advice and services. Transparency, trust, and control will be maintained, ensuring that convenience and safety coexist. Ultimately, seamless customer experience is about redefining what it means to interact with money. It is no longer sufficient for banking to be merely functional. It must be intuitive, personalized, and deeply integrated into daily life. The banks that succeed in this future will not just provide services. They will anticipate, guide, and enhance every financial interaction, creating an experience that feels both effortless and empowering, and positioning themselves as indispensable partners in the lives of their customers. The future of banking is built on the principle of inclusion, ensuring that financial services are accessible to everyone, everywhere, regardless of geography, income, or social status. Historically, access to banking has been limited by physical infrastructure, economic barriers, and regulatory complexity. Millions of people around the world remain unbanked or underbanked, unable to fully participate in the global economy. Digital transformation is changing that narrative. Through mobile banking, cloud technology, and AI-driven platforms, banks are now able to reach populations that were once considered unreachable, providing services that empower individuals and communities alike. Financial inclusion is no longer a social ideal, it is an achievable reality that reshapes the global economic landscape. One of the most significant advancements in inclusive banking is mobile-first platforms. In regions where traditional bank branches are scarce, smartphones have become the gateway to financial services. People can open accounts, transfer funds, pay bills, and access microloans directly from their devices. AI algorithms personalize these services, recommending financial products based on behavior and needs, while minimizing the friction that often deters participation. For individuals in emerging economies, this is transformative. Access to banking no longer depends on location or income, but on connectivity and intelligent systems that understand and adapt to the user's circumstances. Microfinance and microloans represent another critical avenue for financial inclusion. By leveraging digital platforms, banks can assess creditworthiness using alternative data, such as transaction history, mobile usage, and social behavior, rather than relying solely on traditional credit scores. This enables millions of people who would otherwise be excluded from the formal financial system to secure loans for education, small businesses, and entrepreneurial ventures. The ripple effect is profound. When individuals gain access to capital, they invest in their futures, create jobs, and contribute to broader economic growth. Banking is no longer just a service, it becomes a catalyst for empowerment and social mobility. Technology also allows banks to provide financial education in a personalized and accessible manner. AI-driven platforms can offer tutorials, reminders, and advice tailored to an individual's level of financial literacy, helping people make informed decisions. This approach builds confidence, fosters independence, and ensures that inclusion is not merely about access to accounts, but about meaningful participation in financial life. It transforms banking into an educational partner, guiding people toward financial stability and long-term prosperity. The implications of inclusive banking extend beyond individuals. Entire communities and economies benefit when access to capital and financial tools becomes universal. Digital banking infrastructure enables seamless participation in global commerce, stimulates entrepreneurship, and fosters innovation across sectors. Governments, non-profits, and private institutions can collaborate with banks to deploy solutions that scale quickly and efficiently, ensuring that no one is left behind in the digital economy. Ultimately, inclusive banking is about more than transactions. It is about opportunity, empowerment, and equity. The banks of the future will not be measured solely by their profits or assets, but by their ability to create meaningful access for all. By removing barriers, leveraging technology, and embracing empathy in design, financial institutions will transform lives, communities, and economies. Inclusion will no longer be an aspiration, it will be the defining standard of banking in a world where financial opportunity is a universal right, not a privilege. Even as technology reshapes banking, the human element remains the cornerstone of meaningful financial relationships. In a world increasingly dominated by AI, automation, and data-driven decisions, empathy, trust, and understanding define the banks that will succeed. People do not simply seek transactions, they seek guidance, reassurance, and a sense that their financial institution truly understands their unique circumstances. The future of banking is not only about speed or convenience, it is about creating human-centered experiences that blend technological efficiency with emotional intelligence. Customers will increasingly expect banks to anticipate their needs, address concerns proactively, and offer solutions that feel intuitive and personal. Trust is the foundation of any financial relationship. Customers must feel confident that their money is safe, their data is protected, and their financial goals are understood. In the future, trust will be earned not just through compliance or security measures, but through consistent, thoughtful interactions that reflect empathy and reliability. AI can enhance this trust by providing personalized insights, detecting potential risks, and offering timely advice, but it is human judgment, compassion, and ethical decision-making that transform these insights into meaningful experiences. The banks that excel will seamlessly combine the precision of technology with the emotional resonance of human connection. Advisory services will evolve to become highly relational rather than purely transactional. Financial advisors, supported by intelligent systems, will have access to comprehensive, real-time insights about a customer's financial behavior and goals. This allows them to provide guidance that is not only accurate but deeply personalized. For instance, an advisor could recognize patterns in spending, detect potential financial stress, and offer solutions before a customer even realizes a problem exists. In this way, technology amplifies human capability rather than replacing it, enabling advisors to engage more meaningfully and proactively. Empathy will also play a critical role in designing products and services. Banks that understand the challenges, ambitions, and emotional realities of their customers will create solutions that feel natural and empowering. AI-driven interfaces can adapt to a customer's preferred communication style, providing support that is either conversational, analytical, or visual, depending on what resonates most. This human-centered approach ensures that technology does not feel cold or impersonal, but becomes a tool that enhances understanding and connection. Moreover, emotional intelligence will influence how banks handle crises and sensitive situations. Whether a customer faces financial hardship, a fraud incident, or complex investment decisions, the response of the bank must be both precise and compassionate. The ability to recognize emotional cues, respond with understanding, and provide clear guidance will distinguish leading institutions from those that simply process transactions. This human-centered mindset extends to internal culture as well. Banks that foster empathy, ethical decision-making, and collaborative problem-solving among employees will naturally create better experiences for customers. Ultimately, the human element ensures that banking remains not just a service but a relationship. Technology provides speed, intelligence, and scalability, but it is the human touch, trust, empathy, and insight that makes financial services meaningful. The future of banking is one in which machines and humans work together seamlessly, combining precision with compassion, data with understanding, and efficiency with emotional resonance. Banks that master this balance will not only meet the expectations of the modern customer, they will shape a new standard for what it means to be truly customer-centric, redefining the role of banking in people's lives. Innovation and ecosystem thinking are redefining the future of banking, shifting the focus from isolated products to interconnected networks of financial services. Traditional banks operated as self-contained institutions, offering a set of defined services within their own walls or platforms. The future, however, is collaborative, adaptive, and dynamic. Banks will evolve into ecosystems, partnering with fintech companies, technology providers, and even non-financial organizations to deliver seamless, integrated solutions that meet customers wherever they are. This approach enables institutions to move faster, scale smarter, and respond to cultural and technological shifts with agility, creating value that goes beyond conventional banking. At the heart of this evolution is the principle that no single institution can meet all the diverse and rapidly changing needs of modern customers alone. Ecosystem thinking encourages collaboration and openness, allowing banks to leverage external innovations while retaining the trust and reliability that their brand represents. For example, partnerships with fintech startups can bring advanced payment solutions, automated investment platforms, or AI-powered financial planning tools into the bank's ecosystem, providing a richer, more flexible experience for customers. Similarly, collaboration with retail, healthcare, or mobility providers allows banks to integrate financial services into everyday activities, making banking almost invisible while enhancing convenience and relevance. Innovation in this context is not incremental, it is exponential. By combining data intelligence, artificial intelligence, and cloud infrastructure with human-centered design, banks can rapidly prototype and deploy new products that respond to emerging customer behaviors. For instance, AI-driven lending platforms can assess risk dynamically, while blockchain-based solutions streamline cross-border payments in real time. These innovations allow banks to anticipate demand rather than merely react to it, positioning them as forward-thinking partners rather than passive service providers. The capacity to experiment, iterate, and scale quickly becomes a critical differentiator in a world where customer expectations evolve daily. Ecosystem thinking also transforms the role of the customer. Rather than being passive participants, customers become active nodes within a broader financial network, interacting with multiple services that communicate seamlessly. Their data, preferences, and behaviors flow through the ecosystem, enabling personalized experiences, predictive insights, and adaptive solutions. This interconnected approach ensures that banking is not fragmented but cohesive, anticipatory, and aligned with the realities of modern life. Importantly, innovation and ecosystem thinking are guided by values and ethics. While rapid technological advancement creates opportunities, it also introduces risks related to privacy, security, and fairness. Banks that succeed in the future will embed ethical considerations into every layer of innovation, ensuring that growth does not compromise trust or inclusion. By designing systems that are transparent, accountable, and human-centered, institutions can balance ambition with responsibility. Ultimately, the banks of tomorrow will not be defined solely by their physical branches or digital interfaces. They will be defined by the ecosystems they cultivate, the partnerships they forge, and the innovative solutions they deliver. Success will come to those who embrace collaboration, experiment boldly, and anticipate cultural and technological shifts with agility. Banking will evolve into a dynamic network that is intelligent, inclusive, and responsive, a living ecosystem that empowers customers, drives economic growth, and shapes the financial landscape for generations to come.